Hello guys, and welcome to Drooling Media. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any update. So today we are talking expats. We are talking people who are leaving their native country to go and work abroad, particularly teaching English in China. So guys, apparently the lady in the picture is Lusanda Lindobuhle Sixaxeni, and she had been teaching English in China since September 2019. Initially, she was recruited by Wall Street English, and she had to part ways with the company in June of 2021 last year because it went bankrupt, right? So she then went on to work for Think C English from August last year until August this year when she resigned. Apparently the company wanted to extend her contract of employment, but she rejected the extension, explaining that she wants to return home. It's reported that she had planned to return home on the 13th of September this year, and shortly after she resigned, she fell ill on the 6th of September and passed away she passed away at the China-Japan Friendship Hospital in Beijing on September 12th. This is on the eve of her planned return to South Africa. This is quite, heartbreaking and suspicious in the same breath, because I don't see why you can work in China for 2 full years. Only when you want to leave, then you are met with your death. No, something is, fishy there. And I hope our country or our government, can do whatever that it takes to find out what is happening, because Lusanda is reportedly not the first South African to die in China. Apparently, she's the third. There's Noma Kokwana Blakey, who was 29, from Gqeberha in Eastern Cape. She was found dead in her Shanghai flat on April 18. The cause of her death is still unknown. So her body was repatriated back to South Africa. It was repatriated, but not without a dispute, as the Chinese authorities queried her abridged birth certificate, which was also, questionable, to say, how does a person work in your country for a certain period of time and you only query her papers when she has to return to her country of birth? It's just too dodgy. Who is at fault? Is it the agency that is recruiting, or the Chinese government in itself is just too dodgy? One cannot, really say. As for Lusanda, I think it's reported that her insurance lapsed a month after she parted ways with the agency. I'm assuming that this is when she now worked for another company. So the first company that employed her had insurance over, her travel, but the second one didn't, because she did not, I think, get the second employment via a recruitment agency. However, the two companies that she worked for, that is Wall Street English and Think C English, are reportedly not registered, and apparently there's a certain regulation that has to be met for them to be recognized as registered by the Department of Labor. So when checks were done, revealed that they were not registered. Be conscious of the fact that you are signing a contract, and the excitement of working abroad should not overwhelm you to an extent that you don't find out as to what would happen to you if certain things were to happen, because possibilities are always there and death is one of them. So I think that our people are always excited about the opportunity to work in a foreign land, to so much that they don't read the fine print. And apparently Lusanda's family is supposed to raise an amount of 400,000 to enable the authorities in China to release her body. If not, they are going to cremate her. Now, this is also quite disappointing. It's quite sad, especially because, as you know, Black South Africans, we know how important it is to bury our loved ones and give them a dignified send-off. So I can only imagine how her family is feeling at this point in time, and I can only hope that they will be able to raise that money. However, as I said, she's not the first person to die. She's apparently the third. So there's another one, Sipose Tumqokozo, from Eziqaqeni village in Montfrere in the Eastern Cape. She died on her way to hospital after suffering from a panic attack last Thursday. She was also an English teacher based in Yangzhou in Jiangsu province. Her family is raising funds to repatriate her body. It's also quite sad that, only after such an ordeal, the family is supposed to, now raise money to bring you back home. Lusanda was apparently found unconscious in her flat, and this is apparently after the family, blew the whistle on her going AWOL. It was discovered by one South African who is part of a group that she belonged to. The person went to check on her after her parents raised an alarm after failing to reach her for a few days. They were concerned, so someone who lives 60 kilometers outside Beijing was brave and went to check at her flat. The cause of death is sketchy in the sense that when they discovered her, she was dehydrated. One can really attribute this to poisoning. I don't know. Just very sketchy, as they say. Ngawuza questioned the circumstances surrounding the teacher's death, claiming that it could have been a result of oppressive and abusive operators within the recruitment agencies that hire locals to teach overseas. I also suspect, abuse of some sort, because it just doesn't add up. I think one would ask, what is the government doing in this instance? Ngauza apparently approached, the office of Naledi Pandor, the minister, to plead with them that they should at least help the family repatriate the deceased, and apparently the office has not responded to date. In their defense, the company is saying the department was constrained by diplomatic relations between countries, which hinged on respecting each other's sovereignty. Mungela said the Chinese government had a specific number of days for families to claim the body of a loved one and have it removed from the mortuary. He said it was understandable that African families did not always agree to cremation, because of traditional beliefs, but this was a cheaper option. Wow, just wow. Another difficulty, he said, was explaining to the family that government worked within the country's laws. For instance, if we make an exception for one family and say we understand that the family doesn't have resources to bring the body back and we will pay, one of the consequences of that is you violated policy. When the Auditor General audits our books and we can't explain the expenditure because of the violation of policy, we will get a qualified audit, Mungela said. The department would have to account in Parliament before the Standing Committee on Public Accounts. Pando and Director General Zain Dango would have to take responsibility for that, he added. So the policies are there to protect everyone and to also ensure consistency and to prevent a situation that we are perceived to be making decisions on the basis of who we like and who we don't like. So there you have it, guys. The country cannot assist because of policies that are in place, and there's no set budget for such things. So I believe that it is the responsibility of the agency and the expert to make sure that when they depart, immediately you hop into that airplane, you must know that your things are in order. And when you move companies, also ensure that you are covered. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching until this far. Let's, raise awareness and also not only share the good things about a certain opportunity. Let's, unravel everything that goes right and might go wrong for people to go into something knowing very well what they are, setting themselves up for. Yes, it's a good opportunity, especially now that there's inflation and recession in our country. A lot of people are, without jobs. But fine print, guys, contracts. It's very important to know what's in it for you. Secure that bag, but also secure, and safeguard your own life. Thank you guys for watching. Please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any update. Thank you so much. Bye for now.